Hello everyone, welcome to DevClear Cloud Solutions. My name is Shay, and in this tutorial I'll be teaching you how to create an S3 bucket and how to enable public access to objects within the bucket. First things first, we're going to click on this S3 bucket here and open it up. Now that the S3 is open, I'm going to go ahead and create a bucket. If you see here, I already have some buckets created previously, but I'm going to create a new one right away. Create buckets. Alright, here we're going to select the AWS region. I'm going to leave the region on US East 1 for the sake of this video. The bucket type is going to be general purpose. Then the bucket's name. AWS has some naming conventions for bucket names, and one of those conventions is that the name has to be unique across AWS. So not just for your account, across AWS accounts. I'm going to give this bucket my AWS bucket 608. The ownership, the object ownership, we're going to leave it at the recommended one, ACLs disabled. Here, block public access settings for this bucket. Do we want to block public access settings for this bucket? No, because we want this bucket to be accessible to the public. So I'm going to uncheck this. Bucket versioning, we don't want bucket versioning for this bucket. Default encryption, we're going to leave that. Server-side encryption, and every other thing will be left as is. And so we're going to go here and create bucket. Okay, I have to click that I acknowledge that the current setting might result in this bucket and the objects within becoming public. Yes, I acknowledge. Create bucket. Alright, so I see here successfully created bucket, my AWS bucket 608. Now what we need to do in this bucket, let's open it up. Now we need to upload files to these buckets. Let's click on the upload icon here. What do we want to upload? I want to upload files, so add files. Alright, here I have some index.html and error.html files, and I'm going to add them both and upload them. Okay, let's upload the index first. I'm going to upload this index.html. Yes. I'll also add the error file, error.html. That's the name of the, so you can see here that they're both HTML files. This is the destination. It's going to the bucket that I just created. And I'm going to click upload. Alright, so this is going to upload. It's uploaded. Great. Now I'm going to close. Now let's see if we can access this. Alright, so when I click on the index.html file, we see here the properties of this file. We have the S3 URI, the Amazon resource name, the entity tag, and the object URL. This object URL is very important, and so we're going to copy this because we're going to use it to access this particular file. Now let me create a new tab and try to access this index.html file. Now you see here we get an error message. Now this is because we need to set some permissions to be able to access this document publicly. So I'm going to go back to my AWS S3 bucket. I'm going to click on my bucket name here, and then we're going to click on the properties. We need to come down here. You see here it says static website hosting. We need to come here and click on the edit button and enable this. So I'm going to click on enable. Now the hosting type is host a static website. That's what we want. The index for the document, so we want the index.html and also the error.html. These are the files that we want to be able to access, and so I'm going to save changes. Now that that is set, we need to also click on permissions, and then we need to set the bucket policy. Now in order to set the bucket policy, we need to click on edit to edit this bucket policy, and then when we click on policy examples, we'll see here an example of the policy that we need to be able to access this document. Now the one that I'm looking for okay, so there are lots and lots and lots of policies here. I'm just going to go over to this, and yes, this is the public policy, the bucket policy that I need. So I'm going to just copy this, go over to my bucket policy, and then paste this here. Now here where it says bucket name, I need to put my own bucket name. Now I need to copy the bucket ARN, and then here I need to replace this with my bucket ARN. So I'm going to do like so, and then save changes. Now that all our permissions are set, let's refresh everything to make sure that it's saved properly. And then I'm going to go over to my object URL. If you remember, the URL we copied the other time. Now place it in a new browser, and yes, we have it. It says welcome to DaveClair Cloud Solutions. This is a sample index.html page. Now this is what we want, and we've been able to get this bucket to be visible publicly. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed creating it. If you have any questions, please comment down below and we'll be sure to answer your questions. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow all our social media pages. Thank you. Bye. See you in the next one.